Good morning students. We already started the lesson different forms of matter. In our previous class we learnt the definition of matter and also the different forms of matter. What is the definition of matter, children? Anything that has some weight and occupies some place is called as matter. What is matter? Anything that has some weight and occupy some place is called as matter. So, the different forms of matter that we see around us is solids, liquids and gases. In today's class, we are going to learn the properties of solids, liquids and gases. Open your science textbook and look at page number 53. Look at page number 53. Look children, in solids, already we have learnt the definition of atom and molecule. Atom and molecule. What is atom? Matter is made up of a tiny particle called as atom. What is atom? Matter is made up of a tiny particle called as atom. So, two or more atoms, if this is the atom children, if this is the atom, two or more atoms combines and forms a molecule. Two or more atoms combines and forms a molecule. Okay children, in solids, the atoms or molecules are closely packed with one another, are closely packed. In solids, the atoms or molecules are closely packed with one another, so that the force of attraction between these atoms or molecules is more children. In solids, the atoms or molecules are closely packed with one another like this, so that the force of attraction between two molecules is very large. The force of attraction between the molecules in solids is more. Okay children, so that in the solids they have fixed shape, and also fixed volume. Solids have fixed shape and fixed volume. Okay children, look here, in solids the atoms or molecules are closely packed with one another, and the force of attraction between the two atoms or molecules in the solids is very more, so that it has a fixed shape and also a fixed volume. So, a small example is given children in order to know about the solids more. Take the clay children, clay, and make a statue, make a toy with the clay, So, after making the toy with the clay, you keep the toy on the table and observe the shape and also the place occupied by the toy. So, after 15 minutes, you change the place of the toy. You move it from the table to the chair and observe if anything changes. Will the shape change? Will the space occupied by the toy change? No children. Wherever you keep the toy, clay toy, it occupies some amount of place and also its shape also will not change. Okay children. So, that from this activity what we can say is solids have a fixed shape and also a fixed volume. Solids have a fixed shape and fixed volume. Look at the liquids children. In the liquids, the atoms and molecules have a little space between the between them. They are not closely packed like in solids. If you look at the arrangement of atoms or molecules in the liquid, they are little far away from one another. They are little far away from one another, so that the force of attraction between the molecules is also less when compared with the solids. When compared with the solids, and it takes the shape of the container, children. Water, liquids. Liquids will take the shape of the container. It do not have a particular shape. Water do not have a shape. So, in whatever the container you take, if it is a round container, water looks like round in shape. If you take the cylindrical container, water takes the shape of cylindrical container. So that water do not have any shape, but it takes the shape of the container. It takes the shape of the container, but volume remains the same. So, the 50 ml of water in whatever the container you take, it remains 50 ml only, children. So, as if the container changes, the 50 ml will not increase or decrease, it remains the same. Okay, children. So, what we can say about the property of liquid is, liquids have no shape. Liquids do not have shape, but they have fixed volume. Okay, children. So, in the liquids, the molecules have little space in between them, so that the attraction between the two molecules is lesser when compared with the solids, and it takes the shape of the container and volumes remains the same. It takes the shape of the container, but volumes remains the same. So, that what we can say about the properties of liquids, liquids do not have a particular shape, but it have a fixed volume, Look at the next one, that is gases. Look at the next one, that is gases. So, children, the arrangement of atoms or molecules in the gases is too far from one another, so that the force of attraction between them is also very, very less. The force of attraction between the two atoms or molecules is also very less, children. Did you understand, children? So, these gases don't have a fixed shape, and also the fixed don't have fixed volume. Gases don't have a fixed shape and it don't have a fixed volume, children. We all know, look at the gas around us, there is gases in the air. Will they have any shape, children? Can you able to see them? No, they don't have any fixed shape, and also they don't have fixed volume, children. Why? Because we can compress the gases. So, if you give this much of place, so you can keep lot of gas in that place by compressing it. If you remove some amount of gas in that place, the remaining gas which is present inside will adjust throughout the container, so that it don't have a fixed shape also, volume also, children. If you want, in a small container you can compress more amount of gas. Even if you release half or 3/4 of the gas, that 1/4 will occupy the complete volume inside the container, so that you can say that gases don't have a fixed shape and they also don't have a fixed volume. These are the properties of solids, liquids and gases, children. Once again I am telling you, look here, in gases, the atoms or molecules are closely packed with one another, and the force of attraction between them is also very more, and the solids have a fixed shape and also a fixed volume. When you come to the liquids, the arrangement of atoms or molecules in liquid are little apart from one another, and the force of attraction is also less when compared with the solids, so that the liquids do not have a particular shape, but it has a fixed volume. So, when you come to the gases, the arrangement of atoms or molecules in gases are very far from one another. The attraction, the force of attraction between the gas molecules is also very less when compared with the solids and also when compared with the liquids. In gases they do not have fixed shape and also they do not have fixed volume, students. Okay, students. Let us learn some activities based on the solids, liquids and gases. Look at one activity, children. Take a balloon and blow air into the balloon, and close the mouth of the balloon. You will observe the air whatever was sent by you inside will be equally distributed throughout the balloon, Blow more and more air, children, blow more and more air. So, after blowing more and more air, again close the mouth of the balloon with your hand. You will observe whatever the air you are blowing more and more, that will be equally distributed, throughout the balloon, Now, you just leave the mouth of the balloon. You will observe that the air will come out and will mix with the surrounding air around you. Okay, children. Next, solution. We all know that gulab jamun, children. So, it is so sweet. How does it gets that sweetness? Why? Because we will keep some sugar water, we will soak that gulab jams in the sugar water, so that it gets the sweetness. So, how do you prepare lemon juice, children? Lemon juice? Yes, we will keep the lemon in the water. After that we will add some salt and also some sugar, and then we will take the lemon water, even salt water also. We will take some water and we will add some salt, that will becomes a salt water. So, whenever to the elders in your house, if they are a little weak, your mother will give the glucose water for them. No, for you also, if you want energy instantly, we will also drink some glucose. So, how your mother will prepare glucose water, children? Yes, she will take a glass of water. In that glass of water, she will add 2 to 3 spoons of glucose. She will mix it and she will give to you. And so, did you drink soda, children, anytime? Yes. So, when you open the bottle of soda or cool drink, some gas will come out from that bottles. What is that gas? That gas is the carbon dioxide which is present in the water, that means soda or cool drink. As children, we all know how the fish is surviving in the water. How the fish is surviving in the water? Water contains oxygen. The water contains oxygen, so the fish is taking that oxygen and surviving in the water. So, what you understood, children, from these examples? From these examples, what I wanted to tell to you is that the solids, liquids and gases will mix with one another. Sugar solution, we are adding solid to the liquid. So, these two will add with one another, and whenever you open the soda bottle, or cool drink bottle. So, what will happen is the carbon dioxide present in that water will comes out. That means, here a gas is mixed with the liquid, a gas is mixed with the liquid, and the fishes, how they are surviving in the water, that means the oxygen is that means gas, oxygen is a gas, no, gas is mixed with the water, that means liquid. So, this is what I wanted to tell you children, that means the solids, liquids and gases will mix with one another, will mix with one another. So, look here children, look at page number 145. Many things can totally mix in water, or water can dissolve many things in it. Substances like sugar, salt and other minerals and gases like carbon dioxide and oxygen dissolves in the water. As children, so solids will dissolve in the liquids and also the gases also will dissolve in the liquids. As children, even the minerals, salts also mixes in the liquids. We all know. So, when you pour water to the plants, where you will pour children? On the leaves? No, on the roots, in the ground we will pour. So, these roots will absorb the water, along with the water it takes some minerals and salts also from the soil, and that will be sent to the parts of the plant, that will be sent to the parts of the plant. So, based on this one, there is one experiment in your textbook, let me explain that one. Take a beaker children, take a beaker. So, take some water in the beaker, take a beaker and fill half of the beaker with the water. Now, you add 1 spoon of sugar children, add 1 spoon of sugar and stir it well until the sugar dissolves in the water. Just observe children, will the level of water increases? Why? Because you added sugar, no? Will the level of water increases? No. Again you add 1 more spoon of sugar and again 2 more spoons, 3 more spoons and stir it well children until the sugar completely dissolves in the water. Then again you check whether the volume of water increased or not. The volume will not increase even though you add 2 to 3 spoons of sugar. What is the reason for that one children? Yes, we already discussed that the molecules of liquids are little far away from one another. The molecules of liquid are little far away from one another. So, whatever the sugar you added will mixes in the water and occupy the space between the gaps created by the water molecules, So, that is the reason the level of water is not increasing. That is the reason the level of the water is not increasing children. I hope you understood this experiment. We have taken a beaker and we filled the beaker with the water, and after that we added sugar. Where the dissolved sugar is going children? The dissolved sugar will not increase the volume of the water, but it occupies the space between the atoms. Why? Because the atoms or molecules in liquids are little far away from one another. So, the remaining we will learn in the next class children. You home task, read and write properties of solids, liquids and gases. Okay children, this is your home task. Read and write the properties of solids, liquids and gases. Thank you students.